What do if you can't find somebody who's going to mentor you in this field? Like, what do? You do the independent research yourself. Well, how do you do independent research? You do YouTube, you Google things, you go into Facebook groups and you start asking questions. And then what you do is, if you want to get into real estate investing, like here's a great example, and I'm going to tell you guys how to do it right now. Get you a composition pad just like this, okay? And start looking up things that you may have heard about. Things like rehabbing property, flipping homes, veteran properties, duplex, multiplex, okay? Quads, whatever. When you start hearing about and start talking to people about getting into real estate, and they start dropping these code words down. Each time you hear a new word, write it down at the top of your paper, right? And then when you write it down on the top of your paper, you start doing research on that particular word, right? So say you learn rehab houses, okay? The first thing you should do is go up on YouTube and learn about who is making videos that are talking about rehabbing houses. The reason why I would say YouTube as opposed to Instagram is because a person on YouTube, they're doing, like, for the most part, they're going to have to be doing longer videos. They're going to be more committed to it. Instagram very much feels like you're trying to impress somebody sometimes, right? So if I was looking for someone to give me advice, I would go to YouTube, because if they're that committed, they probably have a YouTube channel, and their YouTube channel is going to have people who have watched those videos, and there are going to be people who have comments, right? Because the comments are public. So say, for example, you're looking up rehab houses. So you go onto YouTube, you type in the search rehab houses. Then you go and you find somebody that, hey, maybe you like what they're saying, maybe you like their personality, whatever it is. And then you start watching their videos and you start reading the comments of what they're saying. If the comments are saying stuff like, oh, I tried what you said, this didn't help me, I lost money, blah, blah, blah. If their comment section is flooded with things that are basically indicating that the viewers have tried what they said and it didn't work, you know that's not the person you should follow. So what you want to do, you want to get at least two gurus. You found one guru that you like now under rehab houses. And what you want to do is find you another guru under rehab houses. And what are you going to do? You are going to compare and see if the guru A and guru B are saying the same thing. Okay. Why is this necessary? It's necessary because people will give out bad advice. Good advice is good advice all the time. Okay. And so when you are getting information, you want some synergy in terms of the advice that you're getting. So that's why the people who are grifting and, what have you, to me, they always stand out like a sore thumb. And the reason is because what they're telling you, other people aren't telling you. Like, if they're going to say, oh, you give me $2,000 and I'm going to give you $10,000, a real guru is not going to tell you that. You are learning your own words of what type of real estate you're going to get into. You're going to invest in a notebook. Each time you learn a new word or new something that you might want to invest in, you are going to put it at the top of the page. You are then going to go into YouTube and you're going to research whatever that word is, rehab houses, flipping houses, whatever it is. And you're going to find you two gurus that have good reviews all over a period of time, not people who just have good reviews this week. people who have good reviews over months, over years of time. And then you're going to compare that guru to another guru, and you're going to see, are they telling you the same thing? Okay. After you get done, you have your two gurus. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go up on the internet and you're going to type in different questions to Google. So you might say things like, and you can do this with Chat GPT and Claude as well. I still prefer good old Google, because Google is pulling from so many different sources. And I don't feel that Google as a search engine is as biased in presenting the outcome that I want. My word of the day was rehab houses. Okay. And I go up and I say to Google, how hard is it to rehab houses in whatever city? Okay. Google is going to come back with some information. I don't know what it's going to come back with, but it's going to come back with some information. You then have to take that information and begin to see if that jives with what you have written down from what you have learned from your gurus. Okay. Because now you have essentially, if you do it this way, you have essentially 3 different sources of how you are teaching yourself what you need to know to move forward in real estate. I am not a real estate guru. I'm a common sense guru. And I hate to see people be taken advantage of because they don't know, like, okay, how do I make a fair assessment about somebody? And what I'm trying to say is that I want us to take the emotion out of it, take the idea of a quick get rich quick scheme out of it, and just start thinking logically in terms of, if you were going to go to a doctor and just say you needed a new heart and you needed a doctor, the only way that your heart was going to work is if you could pick the best doctor around to do the surgery. You wouldn't just let somebody come in with shiny shoes on and a nice haircut and just say, okay, you look good enough to fix my heart. No, you would want to be like, okay, what are the past patients saying? What are the reviews like? How many Yelp reviews do they have? How many Google reviews? You would be literally referencing and cross-referencing to make sure that this person is good for you. That's what you will be doing. This is a foolproof method. I don't care if you're looking into real estate, owning a laundromat, anything that you want to own, a janitorial service, beds for veterans, whatever it is that you want to learn. In our community, we have got to become people who are willing to teach ourselves and believe that we have the tools to teach ourselves. And the way that you do it is to create a system for yourself that you're like, okay, I've checked this area. I've checked with this person. I checked with this person. I've Googled it. I've written it down. I've taken notes off of YouTube, where you end up having 4 or 5 sources. You haven't even gone to the library and picked up a book yet. Right? So, that's going to be my last thing, like books like Everything You Need to Know About Real Estate Investing for Dummies, Entrepreneurship for Dummies, Janitorial Services for Dummies, right? So by time you put all this information in, you have 5 sources that are basically teaching you and confirming what you need to know. If you can have the desire, you can find the know-how and do the research yourself. You can. So, all right, you guys, have a good one. I will see you next time.